anyone who displays similar characteristics or does anything that Emma Chamberlain does is automatically labeled as trying to copy Emma Chamberlain.
I can't even tell you how many comments I got saying that I copied Emma Chamberlain.
You're trying to be Emma Chamberlain.
I am not trying to be Emma Chamberlain.
Copying Emma Chamberlain.
Copying Emma Chamberlain.
You're copying Emma Chamberlain. So I'm gonna tell you a secret, and I hope I can say it between us. I'm the fat Emma Chamberlain, and I can do whatever the I want.
Emma Chamberlain is having this effect on YouTube that you can see through her fans. Left and right, other creators are being called Emma copycats simply for having self-deprecating humor, using exaggerated edits for comedic effect, and liking iced coffee. Emma does have her own personality that really separates her videos from the rest, but all those things never originated from her. What we're seeing is a group of very dedicated fans. They watch everything Emma is in and defend her no matter what. This type of dedication is regardless of numbers. You can also see a similar dedication in PewDiePie.
I have an army of 60 million subscribers. Look at my muscles.
And K-pop fans. You don't see ASAP Science viewers criticizing every whiteboard animation video for being a subpar ASAP Science. What is it that makes these fans so dedicated? You know, since Emma Chamberlain films in her car, I thought it would be appropriate to do this video in my car as well. Welcome to Psych IRL, my name is Donna. So last week I did a video about Joanna Cedia. Many of you in the comments mentioned Emma Chamberlain, so I thought I'd do a video about Emma Chamberlain this week. Now, just a disclaimer, a lot of you in the comments on last week's video thought that the video was a hate video towards Joanna Cedia, when in reality it actually wasn't. The majority of the comments were positive, but I did see some people think that the video was a hate video, and it wasn't. It was very positive. So to sum things up, this is not a hate or negative video about Emma Chamberlain. Without further ado, let's get started. Emma Chamberlain's growth is kind of an anomaly. She's even admitted herself that she couldn't explain how it happened.
This is so insane. I'm not kidding. I literally don't know what the fuck's going on.
Emma has expressed that in the past, doing well in school was important to her, but that very fact also put her in a negative place mentally. Obtaining assistance from her school counselors didn't even help. In June of 2017, Emma created her first video with the help of her dad called City Inspired Summer Lookbook 2017. This video is exactly what it sounds like. It features her showcasing a variety of outfits in San Francisco. Though it didn't do well at first, she found that it really helped her mentally. She felt like she had something to look forward to.
Like, I was just excited to kind of like be starting a new journey with my life, I guess. And like, it kind of gave me this feeling of hope that depression wasn't ruling my life. I had something else that was making me happy, and that was YouTube. And it still, to this day, continues to do that for me.
And eventually, she was able to graduate early. She posted almost every day, but soon realized that being a beauty or lifestyle YouTuber wasn't for her. Uploading that kind of content actually made her feel unhappy. She was posting those kinds of videos because that's what was supposed to work in the YouTube world.
That's what everyone does in the beginning, is that they copy what everyone else is doing. What's doing well right now? With girls anyways? Beauty stuff. I'm not that type. The videos I would do where it was like my personality and like me just like doing whatever and like being random, like when that kind of started like snowballing, not like subscriber wise, but like with me, like I was coming up with a bunch of ideas and it just snowballed. I like made a vlog about like getting a fidget spinner, and it was so fun for me, and I was like, I'm never going back to that old beauty shit. So then I kind of like made the videos kind of like what I'm making now.
Somehow that enjoyment must have translated through to YouTube, because these seemingly random videos are what exploded. Specifically, the video titled First Time Driving Alone is what gained the bulk of her subscribers in the beginning. If you watch the video, it's nothing really new or revolutionary. So people are subscribing because of her personality, and that is immensely powerful. You see that power through her fans' dedication.
Your fans will watch this. Like, I sit down with a lot of, you know, big YouTubers and influencers or whatever you guys want to call yourself today, creators, and you know, they got a bunch of followers and stuff, but then I look at the view times of the interview and it's like 2 minutes, and I go, their fans aren't really engaged.
Y'all better fucking watch this shit.
But I know you guys will watch it. That's the beauty of your fans.
What is it about Emma that allowed her to gain such a committed viewership that not a lot of creators who have a larger sub count than her have? Now, stay with me here, but that can be explained the same way friendships are formed.
I get to meet all the girls and I'm so excited. Okay, bye.
The first key factor is her demographic, or who her target audience is. Emma Chamberlain's audience tends to skew younger, teenagers and preteens. During one's teenage years, the individual is actively developing their sense of self and identity that is separate from their parental figures. This is done through an exploration of personal values, beliefs, and goals. According to social psychologist Henry Teifel, one influence that develops our sense of self is based on our sense of belongingness to a group or our friendships. From an evolutionary perspective, it's necessary to have this innate drive to seek groups separate from one's parents in order to avoid inbreeding. Though YouTubers aren't exactly replacements for companions in real life, many have expressed that watching their favorite creator feels like watching a friend.
The show is framed as though it is a convo between friends.
Emma Chamberlain fills that need for a friend in that demographic.
So Emma Chamberlain's super fan dedication isn't just attributed to her young fans. If you look at the current scientific literature of how friendships are built, you'll see certain similarities there are between YouTubers and building friendships.
According to Carolyn Weiss and her colleagues, one of the biggest predictors of friendship is the support of social identity. That is, the perceived support for valued aspects of the self that are related to identification with social groups, categories, and roles. When you watch Emma's videos and think, there's nothing really different or exciting about this content, exactly. Teenage girls are relating to the normalcy. In a social media driven generation where the youth seem to be all born from luxury, Emma stands out. By showcasing ordinary, she's indirectly affirming the identity of many teenagers, that there are regular people on YouTube and it's okay to be that. Once again, as presented by Weiss, those who validate our social identity are likely to become our long-lasting friends. Another component to friendship is familiarity. The mere exposure effect theorizes that people are attracted to those they are familiar with, or those they have been exposed to often. Think about all the people you've dated or made friends with in the past. You've likely met most of them at work, school, or someplace you regularly visit. Although painstakingly obvious, studies have also shown that just being exposed to a word frequently tends to cause the individual to like it more. You see this in advertising all the time. Now, Emma isn't in proximity physically to every teenage girl, but the internet and social media give young girls easy access to her, even if that access is somewhat one-sided. Emma Chamberlain is also not afraid to express her vulnerabilities with her audience.
I was just having a shitty time. Like ass. I maybe showed up to school 3 times a week. I couldn't fucking do it. Like I'd sit in class and I'd just cry. Like, I don't even know why. It wasn't my school's fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. I just didn't like the environment.
This detail is an additional ingredient to building a strong friendship. It shows there is trust between two parties, where one can share sensitive information and be assured that the other won't belittle or expose such personal details to another. Furthermore, the YouTube platform is designed as a community where creator and viewer can interact. Despite Emma not being able to respond to all comments, the mere act of being able to respond and communicate with viewers simulates reciprocity in a friendship. In essence, to be a friend means being able to share vulnerable moments with each other.
Now, a lot of you may feel like I'm reaching, but when you watch big YouTubers who can obviously afford the higher budget production quality stuff that didn't make any sense, you'll notice that even though they do seem to have the budget to be able to afford the higher production stuff, they still stick to this home video personal style that YouTube is known for.
We can see that same awkward persona from creators like Colleen Ballinger.
Every single Tuesday I answer your questions. I don't ask them, I answer them.
and Grace Helbig. As these creators grow older though, they either keep their same style and risk losing their audience because their viewers have grown with them and no longer relate to the awkward teenager, or they adapt and lose that I'm an awkward vlogger persona. To put it simply, Emma is the relatable role model for her generation, and this is an ongoing cycle as future generations grow. There will be new relatable role models for different generations. Because Emma is drawing in an audience that is seeking identity, friendship, and self-confidence, that fan base will be more dedicated than the average because they see her as a friend and not just an entertainer.
Sadly, my XD phase is still continuing. I still do use the words XD more than I should. I think it's the reason why, a lot of boys don't talk to me.
Contrast to her success, you can single-handedly see what happens when she loses relatability with her audience. When Emma released her first clothing line, it received a lot of backlash because of how it was marketed and how it was priced. The promotion featured Chamberlain wearing her products, but they were pixelated, so the customer had a very vague idea of what they were buying. When the items arrived, many were very disappointed with the merchandise they received in relation to the price.
And I really appreciated it that it was handmade just for me, even though it was like mass produced, but like it's still handmade, which is like impossible, but the queen did it.
Emma got massive criticism over the internet. Around that time, a number of videos even claimed that she had changed once she moved to Los Angeles. After explaining herself, she still received resistance. Many of her viewers had lost relatability with her. Though some fans were lost through her controversy, as of recent, Emma has began to rebound back. It's almost as if it's standard for personalities to go through controversy. Some of the most established creators on this platform have gone through something.
I'm really sorry if I offended, hurt, or disappointed anyone with all of this. Being in the position I am, I should know better.
Perhaps age is a defining factor of what a YouTuber will go through, and since many were young at the time, it's inevitable mistakes will be made. The spotlight just amplifies them. Ultimately, we've seen some YouTubers grow, and these mistakes become part of the reason we admire them. As time progresses, the viewers see it as an evolution of the person, something to have been learned from. Now, Emma hasn't been fully forgiven by everyone just yet, but just like friendships, YouTubers aren't perfect. There will be ups and downs and many disagreements. But as you resolve those conflicts, you both grow as people. Your friendship is tested, and if it survives, it's much stronger than before.
One of the things that I do wonder is controversy necessary to build that super fandom that you see within the largest creators? You know, it shows a lot of vulnerability, it shows a lot of humanness, so I wonder if that aspect to have such dedicated fans is necessary. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys next time. Stay psyched.